I mentioned that we have a duck. This duck has nine eggs. She, of course, a female. She's roosting and nesting. Things must be moving along because once a day she goes and finds a place to feed, and then she comes back about an hour later. She's been on that thing for about a week. Gestation period is something like 28 days, but she might have been started before we even knew she was there. Anyway, 2 male mallards showed up on the scene, and they are like protectors for her, bodyguards. Now, if you go back in that patio area, you'll get a bunch of quacks, quacks, and also some very fierce looks from those male ducks. They will attack, so we had to vacate the premises in order to make peace with them. And we moved the whole party out to the front yard, where we have the table and a bunch of chairs set up. Food's going to be served out of the kitchen, and we hope to have a real nice party, and we hope the ducks like it too. All right, bye. You ever have a Cuban sandwich?
I think so.
It's got ham and pork roast in it, mustard, and then a sweet pickle. The really sweet pickle. And I don't know what else, just that, and maybe some mayo. I'm having a hard time here.
Do you need help?
I can't hold the door for me. Yeah, behind me. Gracias. There.
Yeah, we see you. We can see you. We know.
He's coming at me.
Daniel? I threw some ice cubes on it just to get it started.
Now you know why we're all out here? I think they were.
Yeah, we took it on our patio like
Yeah. Yeah, AJ.
Yeah, AJ's here.
I haven't seen you and I can't remember when.
A male, a direct male.
First time to see you as a married man.
Hi, Al.
How are you, sir? I've been in Wisconsin once in the last 3 years.
Has to be. Okay. My son AJ.
Hey, good to meet you.
Now he's my husband.
I wear this hat all the time, though.
Heck yeah, that's awesome.
Okay.
Thank you.
We have ice.
No way.
We have ice.
Yeah, Al.
So the duck is protecting her kids?
Yeah, chasing us out.
Yeah. So like
So
this
we're
with the 40?
having a little combo.
That's your
Oh yeah?
Rose. We're going to call
I
it
got you.
Rose Chat.
A rose chat?
And she has, in the morning time, in the atrium of where she stays, it's the senior center,
How are
she
you?
holds court for 6 gentlemen
I can't sit in that
that
thing.
come and nose around
Too
her.
low?
You're not out.
Is it too low?
Ask
Yeah.
her,
Yeah.
what's with
I don't think
that?
I'll be able to get out
That's
of it.
hilarious.
And she said, hey, they like me. Right?
What?
That the 6 men who nose around, they like you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like,
What's not to like?
Yeah, what's not to like?
Well, I don't have to talk. They're doing my talking.
Yeah. And then they talk about sports.
How you doing?
Hey, Linda, where did you come from?
Hi, Linda.
I didn't even see that. Find out. This is a good steady chair.
I'm gonna sit in the chair.
She's gonna sit.
You haven't seen AJ in a couple years.
I know.
Forever.
I gotta sit.
Yeah.
Yeah, we saw
Can't.
Thanksgiving.
No, I'm
AJ
okay.
wasn't here. AJ wasn't here.
Yeah, I'm okay.
Easy.
You know, yeah, you know.
He looks like
There.
your dad.
He does look like my
Okay,
dad
I
a
can
lot.
hug better sitting.
We're having a little Linda chat right now.
Oh, hey. Happy Memorial Day. I don't know, that's kind of a, what is that called?
Memori?
No, the oxymoron.
Is it?
How can something be happy when you're sad about the dead?
I'm not that sad. I have good memories.
I know.
Hey, Scotty. So, any other words of wisdom, Linda?
I have none.
None today. I was hoping you could entertain us with a few
Oh,
things.
that sounds delicious.
Rose promises to guide us in a song later on. I'm not sure what
Okay.
she wants to sing.
I'm wearing the
Right?
American
Are you going to
Abuse
sing us
song.
a song, or we're all singing together?
Okay, and it's zero.
Yes.
It's just got a lot of sodium in it, though. No,
Will you
zero.
mull that over?
What are you gonna do? Move to Pewaukee now?
Trying to.
Well, we are going to be pushing up our real estate needs.
Nice.
If you heard or not, Master Lock shutting down.
I heard.
Yeah, my gosh, that's
So
so.
what
What does that mean to Scott?
What does that mean to us?
Well, I mean, are you going to retire then, or?
It's not a retirement; it's a separation.
It's a year early.
So
for me.
I'm hanging in there. So we're just waiting for a tap on the back saying you're done, and I'll say, okay, give me my.
Try to move out
We
We're
we want a ranch house, no stairs.
Africa, that's where we're going.
Hey, if it's a ranch house with no stairs, I'm down. I'm seriously.
thinking the same thing.
That's what I want. You
There's a lot
know,
of nice condos out there.
attached garage. I don't want a condo. All them HOAs.
Why would you?
I just don't want that.
It's not as bad as we.
Neighborhoods require that also.
Chris, yeah. Some. Oh, thank you. Okay.
I saw the eggs.
Chips and did you see
Thank you for taking care
They
of that
hatched?
for me.
Oh, that's a beautiful veggie thing.
Well, I saw the meat and cheese. Tom can have that, and I didn't know.
How do you
about
like
the-
those chips? You know what they are? Are those them?
Those are the
The
Cuban,
Cuban sandwich flavored chips.
whatever that
A
means.
Cuban.
That's what it tastes like.
It does. It's amazing how they can do that all in,
That's
in one
what it
potato
tastes
chip.
like.
It says this is a
Hey Scott,
for limited. You're on.
I'm on.
Yeah. What is this IV drip thing? How did that work out?
So they put a needle in your arm, you hook it up, and then they give you like nutrients
what's in
and
it?
vitamins, yeah,
Wow. Is it like saline?
and electrolytes,
Electrolytes.
yeah, and saline too.
And it boosts you back up.
It makes
if
you
were
feel-
feeling bad.
Being in Arizona,
Oh,
being in
yeah.
Arizona, I get dehydrated very easily,
Yeah, I
and
imagine.
we're approaching summer.
Wow. All right. Cut.
Yeah,
Hey, Al.
I want your critique on those chips, those potato chips. Do you like them?
Yes.
On a 0 to 9, 9 being best, or 10. Should we go to 10?
Yeah, well, with decimal points.
With this one. All right.
No rookie scores.
No rookie scores. What would you score them?
9.
A 9.
So how much did this
Wow.
IV
It
thing
tastes.
Those chips you gotta have.
It
with
tastes
it.
exactly like a Reuben.
Is it?
I'm
No,
not a
no.
Reuben,
A
but
Cuban.
they're Cubans. They
Yeah.
No, it sounds like a hospital. I used to give
Yeah.
people
They're big
a
in
liter of
Miami.
fluid
Right, they're
for
big
a
in Miami.
condition.
Yeah.
Like
It
a
roast
big-
beef, ham,
Right, but you
sweet
can drink
pickles,
it, right?
Yeah.
See, I'm giving it a thumbs down.
It was still cool.
Knowing what I used to do, we'd give somebody a liter of fluid if they were in preterm labor. You know,
Chicken poured on.
Amy, my friend Amy came with us.
Oh, okay, well,
Amy
thank
actually
you.
came with us. And she's like,
You won't be able
the
to
sailing bacon
stop.
costs like $20 extra, and she's like, we make our own with like $1 worth of stuff.
All right, let's get Linda. Thank you, Al, for your opinion.
what do they give you?
Let's see what Linda has to say.
I taste something like a pickle in here.
Well, okay.
You
That's
know,
the sweet
like-
pickle.
Again, you
This is
Yeah.
a very,
hydration.
you know, some of them,
for sure.
those potato chips that have that are like vinegar or something, salt and vinegar. I don't. They're kind of like almost not like bitter, you know, but I'm not like a big fan of it, but this has like a sweetness to it. But pickles also have the vinegar, which is
It's got the ham.
vinegar is good for you, you know.
Anything with ham is good.
So you know what I say? I say das gut.
On a 0 to 10,
Oh,
what do you give them?
I'd probably give them
These are the little
a 9.5. Can I do half points or no?
He gave him a 9, you're 9.5. All right. I think we can settle on the fact that those are pretty
Good.
good chips.
Arizona gets really hot in the summer.
Out of 1 to 10, it is a 8.7, which is extremely high.
Oh, okay.
In the 8s, you travel regionally. If it's in the 9s, you go cross country for it.
Okay. Well, you kind of went cross country for this.
I came all the way from Arizona just for this.
Yeah. Yeah.
So did you guys drive or fly?
We flew out. You know,
What's in it? I'm sorry.
Pretty cheap to fly now, or?
No, right now they always get you around this time of year for Memorial Day. Everyone's traveling, everything's
Oh,
right through the
yeah.
roof.
Yeah.
it
About
was like
600.
yeah, it was like about $700
yeah.
round trip. Yeah,
So how long
For
are
each of
you
you or for both?
No,
I'm
for
leaving
each.
tomorrow. I was here on Friday. Yeah,
For each of you?
I did a one way here. I don't even know when I'm leaving because I assume I'm leaving Thursday for work, but they haven't given me my assignment yet. So
Still in the pool?
yeah, same thing. So I'm guess maybe I'll be here. I don't know till next Thursday. I don't know.
Gee.
What do you think about your cake being evaluated at 8.7?
I could care less if they like it or not. I think it's very moist and delicious. I had some. It was
You
good.
want the blue ribbon, the sticker?
I really don't care about ratings.
As long as
No,
The independent aloof baker. I love
I
it.
don't care.
oh,
The British baking show.
If you don't like it,
Spot on.
don't eat it. If you like it,
Al, where you
have
been
another
going?
piece.
I heard you've been going on Al's vacation.
We just got back. We were on the cruise.
Oh, how was that cruise? Did you have a good time?
We had a good time, yes. Stevie Wonder was fabulous.
Stevie Wonder was on the boat.
It's a music with Tom Joyner. So
Yeah.
the whole
Was he
cruise
really
has-
there?
Was
Yeah,
it the
it
real
was
Stevie
really
Wonder?
Stevie
What's
Wonder.
really there?
How cool? How was he?
Stevie Wonder?
Did you shake his
Somebody says
hand?
he's really there.
Yeah,
No,
he was
well,
really
people-
Well,
there.
sometimes they have those impersonators.
No,
this
he
the
was
real
on the
Stevie
stage.
Wonder.
It's
We
true.
We went to
It's true.
Branson,
Yeah,
and I was so excited thinking I'm seeing John Denver, and here was
It's just a look-alike. It's just an
Well, we
impersonator.
were watching a movie, and it was about, what was it about? That singer, she was playing opposite.
Oh, with Meryl Streep.
Meryl Streep was a country western street, and she was playing with Springsteen.
No. Springfield. Rick Springfield was in it.
And that was
Jesse's
like the
Girl.
whole
That's
movie.
Jesse's
And
Girl,
then
yes.
I said, at the end of the movie, now he's there, and I said, look, they give him a cameo role, you know, the real guy. And she says, he's been in the whole damn movie.
He was like one of the main characters, and he just noticed him at the end.
I
Look
thought
at
he-
that. Rick
I said-
Springfield came in.
okay.
Isn't it nice they give him
I
a
know
little
John
cameo at the
Denver.
end?
I just wanted to see the real people. It's like when we went to Branson. Everybody was like, who do we see?
Elvis.
No, they were all, you know,
all
impersonator. No, not
Yeah.
Elvis, but country
Yeah.
people. There's only one guy, the guitarist guy, like Buck Owens, or what was his name? Buck
And
something.
there was a banjo guy, too.
But
Dolly Parton have a.
oh, we went to, but she wasn't. Well, they had her on some little film thing, like welcome. But yeah, they had like horses, and then it was just like a little.
She was. A lot of
Show.
these country westerns, they
We
do
didn't
pop
see-
up there occasionally. But they
But
were.
we didn't see any, you know, just somebody who was on Hee Haw, I think it was, or something. Buck somebody. Was it Buck Owens?
Joe
I'm
Buck.
a picking and I'm a grinning.
Announcer for NFL. And yeah, Brady Street area.
Somewhere.
I always thought he kind of favored you with the dark hair.
Yeah, he's just like us.
What does he do?
He works at Annex Financial Service. He's just like an intern, or he's just learning. He's finishing up his master's in business. He's a very nice young man. He's a very nice kid.
I haven't seen your Uncle Bob or your mom. Or
Yeah, it'll be fun
What
to
about
think about.
Gene? Uncle Gene.
They're in Cedarburg. They're in Cedarburg still. He's gonna retire in the next couple of years.
Okay. Last I heard, he was in Texas for
Yeah, he's been back for a while.
Johnsonville
Johnson,
Brats
yep,
or something.
same company. At Simon now.
Chicken good, Jack, coming?
You can
Oh
you
my
can slide that.
goodness.
Those are
I sure can know.
No?
Wow.
The thing is, when you only remember them from a baby,
Yes.
and they become old and they're bald, it's like
Yeah.
he's exactly
Looks
the
the
same.
same. I was trying to
Uncle
keep
Bob's
the
all, in the entertainment.
number of
That's-
people
they
down
were the
because
Super
of
Bowl in
that
the
duck
Packers.
problem. I was
Okay.
just gonna have
Lucky
like
ducks.
you guys
Yeah.
and Linda maybe, and then all of a sudden
Oh yeah.
Tom's
It's,
kids showed
Calvert Field.
came on. And I'm like, well, I have to invite my mother
Yeah.
because we have to
And
feed
then
her,
Simon had the dark.
and she would be really mad if we didn't invite her.
Good guy.
So there you go.
Maybe.
Oh,
Can I see
we
him?
have a.
Yeah, that's
Do you
fine.
want to see it? We have a duck to Europe
Yeah.
and Paxlovid
Oh,
In
okay.
case.
in case. Now the pharmacy, his doctor prescribed it, but the pharmacy's like, no, you have to have an active case of COVID to qualify for this. And I told him what the cruise line and what the tour company said, and he goes, that's very interesting.
You know,
They said it's hard to get in Europe.
our stuff was expired.
Really?
Yeah, they gave it to us.
For about 5 minutes. But I didn't find any eggs, so it could have been a male.
Trombone there.
I got you.
Hit the low note.
So we're very excited about this because she was growing the kind of plant that these like, the milkweed. And last year, with the weather conditions, the plant never grew enough. It has to match up with the right when they're in this. They're migrating through. If the plant isn't there, they'll pass us by, which was the case last year. We hardly had any. Well, this year we're excited because everything's
Worked out.
Kind of working
what is
together.
it? Synergy?
Synergistic, yes.
Kind of.
Synergy.
You're lucky because with this weather, it's 80 degrees one day and then it went down
Yes.
to
Right.
50 and
Somehow we
Last
had
year it got-
everything worked out.
Last year it got hot really early, and then it got really cold. And the monarchs just,
Yes.
they disappeared. I don't know. We didn't have, there was no food for them. The milkweed hadn't grown. So then they leave because there's nothing to eat. You
And
know?
then what she does is when they land, this one here, we're not sure, maybe he was a male, but usually sometimes a female will go underneath the leaf with her abdomen and squirt out the eggs on the bottom side of the leaf.
yeah.
They're little white dots.
And we kind of watch what she's doing, and then Judy will come out and see if they're there. And if they're there, she'll snip that one leaf off and put it into a container for safety. And then it will grow, the egg will grow, and it'll be a little caterpillar about the size of your fingernail. The clippings of your
They are
fingernail.
so cute.
Really, or better yet, like the size of a grain of rice.
Wow.
And then they eat like crazy. She'll put in a whole big bunch of leaves, and they get about 1 inch big, and they get a little bigger, fatter. But you can hear them crunching.
Yeah.
And by the
They're
morning
crazy.
time comes, the whole stalk is gone. They're like voracious. And when they get so big, then they crawl up the side of the container and they hang on the roof. And they create a
They form a J, and then they turn into a chrysalis.
they become hardened.
And in about a week, it
It's like a bullet.
it's green initially, and it gets black, and you can start to see through it, and you can see the orange on the butterfly's wings.
Okay.
And all of a sudden, that splits open, and out they come.
Yeah.
And they
10
let
days
their
in the shell.
they hang upside down, let their wings dry, and when they're dry, they start fluttering around. I put my finger in, and they crawl on me, and then I let them go.
Did she say flutter around? We had a
For the
discussion. Why are they called butterflies when they should be called
Flutterbies.
flutterbies?
What does butter have to do with it? You
Where
know,
did the butter get in this?
they flutter by.
Yeah, or a flutterfly, yes.
Remember, so
Get engaged.
I found it
No,
on
not me.
at like midnight on Friday. Set up the appointment for them to go on Sunday. It was sold on Saturday. I couldn't even see the place. It would have been perfect.
Was that the one with the? Because I think they sent me a couple pics. You know.
Yeah.
To keep me, in
In
the
the loop.
loop or whatever. It had like a like a porch all the way around.
Yeah.
Or 3/4
Very
of the
nice
way.
landscaping.
It was,
It was cool.
It was in a nice subdivision.
that was a nice looking house.
Five
but then
fields, I think.
they had said something about how the wood, some of the wood had rot. It might have cost
Well, yeah.
a hell of a
There was
Oh,
a
yeah.
lot of
lot
staining
of
to be
money
done.
to
It was.
fix
It's
up, and then it's a big maintenance.
Yeah.
That's a pro.
There was another one on
And
the
with
other
your
side.
mom being, you know, in her late 60s, she
She didn't
doesn't
want
want
nothing to do with it.
It's too much maintenance. Yeah.
You know, one on the hill, but she didn't want nothing to do with it.
I don't
On
want
the
a hill.
other side, you go over the tracks,
Hell no.
and it went up all the way like this.
not since that one we went to on
Yeah,
Thursday.
yeah.
guy's got a beautiful house.
Yeah.
Frustrating.
Yeah, I think this is the
In the
bad time to
winter,
do it. I'm
9
gonna
months
try.
a
I'm gonna
year,
wait like a
you're
couple
gonna
months.
Go down your
I mean,
driveway,
we'll see as they
stop,
pop up, but like it seems like we're competing against so much. It's
Oh
just,
yeah.
try to-
Especially in that price
you're so
bracket,
far
that
away.
executive class,
And you're so far away.
they move fast. And
Yeah,
there's
well, Tom and
outside
Judy have been
pressure.
really helping me a lot. But like going to the meetings or going to the showings,
Yeah.
'cause I can't be here. So
Well, they can say no.
yeah, well, they give me approval.
Get this house.
Yeah, it's been a fun process though.
Yeah,
And
it is kind of fun.
I'm learning a lot about houses.
I'll bet
We got to go to the first one on Thursday, and I was like, it sounded like I knew what I was talking about a little, right?
A little bit, yeah.
Yeah, a little bit, a little bit, a little bit.
I taught him a lot
Mm-hmm.
on some of those, picture after picture after picture.
Huh?
I was here, look at this. Want to see that?
Oh, I have a question I have to ask about. So, what is this? Is like a fan in a garage?
He's just so busy, isn't he?
He's very busy.
She doesn't know what it is. She has like,
I
ask
bet
her
it's the ceiling fan. Somebody doesn't want.
this thing.
Oh no, that's a heater.
That's a heater.
Yeah.
It runs constantly. Does she need that running?
Whose is it?
At Amy's house.
No, I'd turn it off.
How do you turn it off though?
I don't know. I have an electrician on the wire.
Okay.
Is there a
Yeah,
switch
that's
for
a
it?
heater.
Can you unplug it? Maybe
Yeah.
you put an IV in
It looks like it's
see if
hard. It's like hardwired into.
And maybe there's a remote for it.
Things
Somebody
more
has a
complicated.
Tell me about it.
Yeah, let's do
remote. They might
that.
have a remote.
Either that, or they might have it where they could switch.
Crumbs all over the floor. Every time he makes that schnitzel, there's breadcrumbs. You walk through there and you're coated with it.
Yeah, we were pretending we were on a cooking show, and Judy
Yeah.
was our producer.
Oh no.
It was funny. It was
What's in
good.
the cake? You're on film.
What is in the cake? Cranberry, apple,
Mmm.
And love. Baked with love.
and some eggs.
Don't
A little oil and a little water. That's it.
Really? The cranberry works
Very good.
in harmony with the apple.
It's a quick bread that you make, and I added apple to it because I had a couple apples. I just use what I have.
Yeah.
I never follow recipes. I just like I listen to the ancestors talking to me.
That's
That's
right.
how I
It's
cook.
encoded in your
It
DNA.
is whatever.
She does cook good. I'll give her that.
Yeah.
Good mashed potatoes and cauliflower.
Oh yeah, those mashed potatoes were good. Or the cauliflower, they were like mashed potatoes, right?
Yeah, that riced.
You know, if I'm hungry, I'm taking it off your plate, right?
Yeah.
Okay, known you for what? How many years now?
Oh, and I looked back and watched your guys' wedding too on Dad's Films on the YouTube channel.
That's a beautiful
That was
wedding.
cool.
Yeah, it was a good wedding.
I don't know where I was.
Oh
I was
my
probably out
God.
being an idiot, you know, but I wish I could have been there, but it looked beautiful.
I think you were in Arizona then.
Probably.
It was a beautiful wedding.
2011.
You saw the horse and carriage.
Yeah.
It was just a beautiful wedding.
Cool.
And we all danced the
The hokey pokey.
hokey pokey until you turn
And you
yourself
get the
around.
performers, too. You get some sort of performers, right?
Yeah,
She used
I
to
used to
dance.
be in a dance
Yeah,
group.
yeah, that's right.
Yeah. It's like one of the best weddings I've ever been at.
Me too.
Probably the best, really. Yeah, we've been to a lot of
Because
weddings.
too.
Dick was pretty schnockered.
Yeah.
I think he stayed in the hotel there. He booked a room right away. He knew it was going to be
Well,
there.
that's why we went with that place, because the places we were looking for was with the hotel. You know, just in case the people drink a little bit too much,
Yeah, no.
then they can rent a room and not be
Yeah, they tore it
in
down.
danger.
I think Judy was suffering from her gallbladder. But he danced, the father danced for you.
Yeah, he did that too.
I think he even dipped you at the end.
remember that. Yeah, it was so that one. What was that one song?
Yeah, you were
Fiddler on the
upset.
Roof. Sunrise, sunset.
That was the song?
Yeah, that we danced to. The mother. I mean, the father-daughter dance.
Oh, sweet.
That's what I was gonna ask you, Tom. You do that CD stuff. That other one from Vegas, it's only like 3 minutes.
Yeah.
I was wondering if you
It's really good.
Of deception. The truth finally heard.
Like a mustard.
Buys the potato salad
I'm kind of
and then
having
doctors it up.
pickles.
It's delicious.
I'm
The
having a
truth
tooth
is
tapped
out.
on the side this week.
Oh, really?
There's a hole in my
old cold.
hole on the side here. It's not
still a
easy.
good old one.
Who's more credible, Kathy? She says he was what? 22?
No, like late 20s, I thought.
Late 20s. Yeah, the merges.
That's pretty young to lose all your teeth.
Yeah. He had to go in. You know the story, Rose? He had to take the streetcar too, downtown to this dentist, and they pulled out all his teeth on one side one day, and the other side the other day.
Ow.
Yeah, and then they sent him home on a bus,
Ow.
with, like no
Ow.
teeth.
Yeah.
And then the next time you go in,
How do you talk with no teeth?
he had I don't know.
Mumbles?
Yeah,
Why, was it like gum disease or something?
yeah, like an advanced case of
They
what?
call it hair.
Hair,
Yeah.
gingivitis,
And then they did the top
Yeah.
teeth the next week.
Diarrhea.
So he was
diarrhea,
gummy
Diarrhea.
infection. Yeah.
Then they grind down all your everything just to the bone, and then they fashion dentures.
They would have to wait.
You have to wait till.
Yeah, I always thought your dad had
Slowly
really
goes
nice
down.
teeth.
Yeah.
That's because
He
they
did
were
have
fake.
He did have nice teeth.
Nice false teeth.
But they made a good set because he didn't hardly have to use that polygrip.
Yeah, they were like suctioned down.
They were a good fit.
Yeah, he was lucky.
So did you get your apartment decorated at all?
Not
No.
really, honestly. AJ leave?
Oh, are you on here?
Well, we're taking a picture, I think,
Are you
first.
going to leave right after I go?
We're gonna leave. We're gonna leave right after you sing.
You really have
They're a
to.
tough audience.
really have to
They
leave.
walk out on you halfway through the lyric.
Are we in it?
Anybody
We're in
know?
it.
If
We're in
anybody
it.
knows the words, sing
What are
along.
we doing?
We're taking a picture right now, I think.
All right,
Picture?
you lead us.
She's singing. Are you videoing?
Yes.
Okay, I'm gonna get out the video.
Oh,
You want me in the video?
either way.
I'll sit right here.
All right. It's you and me
When
here.
you're ready, I'll clear my throat.
All right.
Action.
You tell me when.
Saloon, saloon, saloon. It runs through my brain like a tune. You can have your cafe and your swell cabaret, but then change saloon and it drives my cares away. Or it brings back the pond that goes. Shut up. Of a little low. Ceiling room with a bar and a rail and a dime and a pail. Saloon, saloon, saloon. Oh,
Big
we
finish,
harmonized it. Oh, we
Big
were good.
finish.
Oh, we were good.
What up the finish? Sweet old saloon.
Well, we made a good, we did a real good ending because we had been drinking.
Now, let's get one that can all sing. What is it? Oh, God bless America.
Sing God Bless America.
All right, Linda.
It's not the 4th of July.
Well,
Still, it's
Isn't that a 4th of July thing?
We'll wait for
Yeah.
the 4th of July. We got to run.
There are traditions we need to
Bye, Ron.
follow.
well, it's good to